Ah, Mercenary Day, the most wonderful time of the year in the 6 galaxies. You have gifts, you have guns, you have murder, and most surprisingly, you have mercenaries. Who would have guessed? To be quite honest, what more could one ask for? But while we are all happy to revel in the most wonderful time of the year, not many know the roots of where Mercenary Day actually originated from. I mean, it shouldn't be a shock that Mercenary Day is based off of our Christmas, but it does have its own lore that can be pieced together from each time the holiday comes around. So today we ask, what is Mercenary Day, and why is it so widely celebrated throughout the Borderlands? Well, before we can answer that, we need context. The Borderlands, the known universe, is dominated by two things: corporations and mercenaries. And you could almost picture them as a yin and yang of how things function. One cannot exist without the other. So long as there's a corp that needs a dirty job done, there will be a merc willing to do it. However, hiring said mercenaries can be very expensive, especially if you want the best of the best. And so the Doll Corporation, in all of its genius, came up with an idea. For one day every year, mercenary activities and operations conducted by the corporation are 100% free. And they called this day of celebration Mercenary Day. Now on the surface, that sounds great. Who doesn't like free stuff? But then you come to realize it's not Doll giving out something for free. It's the mercs they employ that are giving out themselves for free. That's right. Doll made a holiday where they, and every other corporation that adopts it, benefited, not the people they employ. And you might be saying, what? Who would ever fall for that? You would have to be an idiot to take a contract offered to you on Mercenary Day. And that's true. Imagine risking life and limb for a corporation that cares not for your well-being for nothing at all in return. And while it might sound dumb, need I remind you that the corporations own basically the entirety of the Borderlands, including its mercs. So if I had to guess, a mercenary might be contractually obligated to accept what their company offers, or they'll pay the price. And because of this, I imagine that there are many mercs out there who get contracts on Mercenary Day, whether they want them or not. So such is the spirit of giving, but that is not where the history of Mercenary Day ends. In fact, the holiday, which was no doubt advertised to the 6 galaxies as a time to give, inspired the locals of Pandora to adopt and morph the celebration into a day of charity and giving for everyone, not just their corporate overlords.
For one day every year, all mercenary operations were free. Then the idiots of Pandora adopted it as a day of charity and giving and just vomited in my mouth a little.
So gifts, decorations, snowmen, guns, and murder were all incorporated into Mercenary Day and transformed it from a clear corporate shilling into what we see it as now. And given the influence Pandora has had on the affairs of the Borderlands, it's safe to say that the local festivities could be a galaxy-spanning phenomenon. Not like the corporations are complaining. I mean, the more merry the man, the more merch he buys, and the more merry the merc, the deadlier the contract you can give them. Honestly, Mercenary Day, it's a win-win. If you have any questions or comments about this video, Borderlands, or its lore, you can leave them in the comment section down below, and I'll be sure to read each and every one of them. Thanks for watching, and have a wonderful Mercenary Day.